I never thought the day would come of me becoming a chef would be a reality. And I didn't think that for a very long time. I mean, there was a time in my life where I didn't even believe I had a future that I could control and I could do what I wanted. And so when I wake up every day, it is a blessing that I can do what I want and what I love to do every day, which is cook. I love cooking for people, and I feel like it brings people together. And that's one of the reasons why I enjoy cooking. And so to do it every day and to not even feel like you're working is a blessing. They say that if you're meant to do it, it doesn't feel like work. And I feel like I am meant to do it because I proved that case in point, I guess. And it's honestly just crazy how I've only been in this industry like 5 years and I have experience, and I'm grateful for all the experiences I've had. And so I'm just getting started and I'm already pulling a lot of my weight. And I just can't wait, if I live to it, to see where I'll be in the future.
You ready?
Yeah.
Hello, my name is Christian. Let's start by introducing yourself.
Hi, my name is Jacqueline Olivia Corsetti. Most people call me Jackie or Jackie O, and I'm 21 years old.
All right, I've prepared a couple of questions for you. So let's begin. How many certifications in areas are you trained in?
I am trained in technically 3 areas, and I have 3 certifications. So I have a Surf Safe, an alcohol safety, a bartender certificate, 2 culinary excellence awards as well, and an associate's in pastry.
Okay. Off of that, how many of those skill sets have you been able to use?
Successfully, 2. I wanted to get into bartending to use up my alcohol safety, but unfortunately that did not happen the way I was supposed to. But I've been able to use my culinary and my pastry skill set successfully for the past 3 years.
Have you gone to culinary school?
I am in culinary school technically still. I went for pastries with my associate's degree, so I'm over with being really in a kitchen, but I decided to expand it and go into beverages, into my minor of beverage service management. So I've acquired a basic sommelier and mixology so far.
All right. Now I have to ask, have you sacrificed anything to get to where you are?
Oh, for sure. In the beginning, when I wanted to be a chef, actually, my mom wasn't that supportive of it. So it was very difficult to try to get support from her for a long time. I eventually did because she found out I could actually get opportunities. But, there was a time where I was willing to just actually disown my family to do it because it was just so hard to get her on board. So yeah, I have sacrificed a little bit. And, with the way my schedule is and how dire my position is right now, I sacrifice time with my family, I sacrifice time with my friends, and a little bit of my school, which I should not do, but it's, a job that's like 60 hours to 70 hours a week. That's your life.
Okay. What made you choose going into the food industry?
Well, I guess it's because growing up, it was the one thing I had control of. So it was the one thing and the one place in the kitchen was where I could be, and nobody could really take that away from me. I was in complete control. I wasn't being picked on or nothing. It was just a zone where I could express myself. So I think that's really what made me go into this industry.
Interesting. Where have you gotten all of your experience? Like, who have you worked for at the past 5 years?
Ooh, wow. So I guess my very first kitchen experience, which technically was illegal, would be my uncredited internship at my high school working for the cafeteria. But I was also a TA for my culinary program there as well. Then I went on to culinary school, but before that, I worked for Roma's Bakery, and they basically trained me everything I know in breads. And then I went to culinary school, and then I worked for Opal Resorts, and then on to Disney, and now I work for Capital Grille.
All right. Now, I have to admit, the food industry is a male-dominated area. How does it feel being a woman in a male-dominated occupation?
Well, I mean, it's sometimes a little intimidating, but then I'm intimidating to be around, so it evens out. But I think just because you're a woman or a man doesn't define if you're good at cooking or not. I mean, yes, there are a lot more men out there because women, unfortunately, some of them cannot take the harshness of a man when it comes to sexualization, unfortunately, and it's sad that that happens. But you either tough it up and throw it back at them, or you step behind, and that's really what it is. And I step it up, I push it back on them as much as I can. So that's really it. I mean, yeah, it's a little tough, and I gotta work a lot harder, but it proves that I'm more compatible than them sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes.
Piggybacking on that, why do you think some women give up being a chef?
It's hard to have a family. Like I said, it's a job that can go from 60 hours a week to maybe even 80. I mean, I've done shifts back to back of 12 hours, 14 hours a day, maybe even done 3 days full of like 12-hour work, consistent doubles. It just depends on where you are. And like a lot of women either can't handle, how harsh it can be, or it's just because of the timing of they want to have kids and there's not enough time. So,
Interesting. Now, we've all heard about this stereotype, but tell me the truth. Chefs, are they very strict?
Actually, some of them are. Not all of them. Like I said, it depends on where you are and where they're from. I've actually had, throughout school, I had all the toughest pastry chefs, actually. And I was very thankful that they liked me because I was very hardworking, very into it, very passionate, and still am today. But not all chefs are stressed or angry all the time. Just ones that really care about their work. Some people who do really care about their work don't, over exaggerate. But really, chefs aren't really that strict for the most part. They're pretty cool. And they have a lot of backstories, so.
Good to know. So you said you worked at Capital Grille, or you're currently working at Capital Grille.
Mm-hmm.
Have you found any issues with being so young at places that you've worked at?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure. It's because it's so intimidating when you have someone younger than you that knows more than you, that has a little more experience than you, and has had, gone up to more opportunities when you were at their age. And I've definitely experienced that. Not even just being a woman, just being young, and you're in a male-dominated industry, like I said. So because I'm 5'2", it's a little lot, but I managed to pick it up. So.
All right. Has there ever been any difficulties at work between coworkers?
Oh, yes. Oh my God, yes. There's been tons throughout multiple places I've been. So Disney, that kitchen was a little rough. I actually had people not give me a chance at all to learn my skill set or learn about me. So that was very hard, especially since they wouldn't give me a chance and they were comparing me. Recently at my job, I've had people inappropriately put hands on me in inappropriate manners. And unfortunately, it happens. It shouldn't happen. And, I've been handling it. Some of it I've handled more. I mean, one of it actually escalated to me actually hitting back. So, but that's all I'm going to say about it.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. But at least things have worked out now. With all that being said, have you ever wanted to quit your career?
there's been times where I've honestly doubted if I was even good enough, if I was even working hard enough, if this is like, maybe my mother was right and everything. But as insane as the workday can be and that kitchen can be, I'll still step back in the next day and ready to go, ready to burn, and do the thing I love, because you know what? People are always going to be replaceable and always going to come in and out. You're the only person in your life, so if you're going to take the skills, you better take the skills and go for it, no matter what.
Now you gotta tell me, what's the goal at the end of the day? What's the dream? What's the ambition?
Well, my dream is to definitely own an all-in-one restaurant slash bakery with a winery and a brewery on site, and I want a production kitchen involved as well, so everything's kind of like a scratch kitchen really. And not only is that a lot of money, that's a lot of time, it's a lot of property, so it could work out, it could not. I mean, definitely the brewery can, the winery is a little harder, but that's the dream, is just to have the ultimate restaurant and to give you the most ultimate restaurant experience of fresh. Everything fresh, purees fresh, jams fresh, all that. That's what I want to do.
With all that being said, from when you first started, do you think, or rather, do you feel that you've improved throughout all of your experiences?
Oh, for sure I have. I look back on like some of the pictures of when I first started pastry, which was really hard for me to go into because I was culinary for 4 years. And it's pretty astounding, the difference. And, just developing more of a sense of palate and everything also helps as well. And so I have improved. Every single place I've gone to, I've gotten better and better. In the beginning, I wasn't able to really do at my job set up for 800 people by myself. Now I do it like it's nothing. I set up for 1,400 half the time within 2 shifts of maybe 12 hours or 13 hours, and I get it done, and we don't 86 for the most part. Easy, but it's impressive, especially with me going to school full time on it. Yeah.
All right. Now, with everything that you've said, everything that you've gone through, all the experiences that you've accomplished, what would you tell your younger self if you could?
Don't care about people. Don't care about what other people are doing in the labs. Like, I wish I could tell the person that I was in, because labs were pretty rough for me. My freshman labs were, especially because a lot of people notice something in me that I don't notice. And so I wish I could just be like, just bite back. Like, you have nothing to lose. Just bite back, and it's your life. And you're going to do, like a lot of people have said to me, you're going to do great things. And this is me in the beginning doing this. So who knows where I'll be in 10 years from now, 20 years from now, even 5, who knows?
Well said. Well, Jacqueline, I'd like to thank you for taking the time to talk with me. And thank you for answering all your questions truthfully.
Thank you.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm good.
So this is my little bag. Sorry.
So hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm good. So since the original interview, what you been up to?
I officially put in my 2 weeks with Capital, and I am moving forward to another place because I was offered a leadership / sous chef position.
That's exciting.
It's very exciting. It's very crazy. So me and a friend that I met through actually working there are going to be the leads, and we're just going to rise up and make that the night shift at that place one very strict, well, not strict, but smoothly as much as possible. And so yeah, exciting adventure.
That is a very exciting chapter in your life.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like it's a good opportunity for me to kind of make up through the experiences I've had, like such as Disney and the one I was recently in. And so Disney, there were a few people that were very nice to me there, and I loved them to death, and I wish them all the best. There were a lot that just didn't, so I've learned from that experience on what to do, and I hope to implement all those. My recent experience, just stuff was just not, stuff could have been taken care of, and it wasn't, and that's the way I'm going to leave it. And it's just, it sucks because I enjoyed working there, and, you know, people there are great, but there was always that one person that just ruins it, unfortunately, and just, it was just time, and I felt like I was being held back, and I want to expand, and, you know, I want to be able to run my own kitchen, and this is the stepping stone, and it's a big, big step, but I'm ready for it, I feel like.
You sound ready. Congratulations on the new job.
Thank you.